There, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Christmas in April. And I am still working in my small album. It's like I'm just going to call it a 6x8. It's slightly larger in the fact that it is not a Simple Stories album or a Snap album. I don't know what brand it is actually, and the rings on it are different. So I have to modify my page protectors or my pages. So I'm cutting my paper slightly larger so that I can punch the holes in it in the paper directly and just put it in that way. So I started out with this green plaid. I really like it because it matches the little truck that Noah is playing with on my parents' deck. And that was a little truck that, it's not really little, it's a big truck, big recycling truck that I bought him. One day I just happened to be walking into Walmart and they had it right at the front and it was like $14 and I was like, ah, Noah would like that. That's just like a cute little addition to his Christmas haul that I can get for him for cheap and he'll love it because it's a truck. Well, who knew? But it was like his favorite thing that he got and he plays with it all the time. He absolutely loves it. It opens up, the trash can like dumps into it and then the stuff comes out the back end. And so that was kind of like the hit of Christmas, even over his truck that he can actually drive. So, it's kind of like when your kid likes the box better than the toy when they're even smaller than his age. But yeah, it was pretty cool that he really enjoyed it, and I was like, okay, I need to capture that and make a note of that because that was kind of fun. So I had this cut file that I had backed last year um, during when I was working on last year's album. And so it's still sitting with my Christmas supplies, and I decided to go ahead and pull it in to this layout. And doing the cockeyed paper coming in from the corner is something that I really enjoy. I do that sometimes on my 12 by 12s. I haven't done it in a while, so you might not have seen it on my channel for a while, but I have done it in the past. And I just like it because it just provides a pop of color and it's just kind of interesting visually versus having, just maybe the band across the center or across the top or bottom or a vertical band. So I just kind of like it. And so that's what I decided to do. It's really simple. You just kind of put your adhesive on your base paper, stick your other paper on top where you want it, turn it over and cut it. And then I thought instead of using that cut file as a circle, I would, like a wreath, I would cut it and just have it coming in from the corners. I like that a little bit better than having that circular element on the page. And nothing wrong with a circular element. I use those frequently, but in this particular case, I just thought it was a little bit more fun this way. And I'm trying to keep this album um, a little bit more playful. I don't know. It's it's got a big variety of colors. You can see all the colors there in that sticker sheet on the left hand side. So I have papers in all those different colors, and I've mixed and matched some papers from Pink Fresh Studio, some from My Mind's Eye. I believe the one in my hand there, that chipboard thing, is from My Mind's Eye. That's called Jingle. Um, and then I have I think I have some photo play paper. I've got a whole variety of paper just stuck in my Christmas bin of things. And then I've got this little photo case that has all kinds of ephemera that I didn't use last year or the year before. I'm trying to use up what I can before I buy any more. And so I'm just kind of looking through and seeing what I have and pulling things out that I think would work. So that red chipboard poinsettia piece, I really like that. This is a sticker sheet. Actually, that sticker sheet might be from Echo Park. I'm not really sure. It's either Photoplay or Echo Park. I'm just kind of looking through all the different cut apart sheets that I have to see what I might use. I think I'm going to use this little Merry Christmas banner piece, but then I don't end up using it. So instead, I cut out this little green gift. It's out of that pink, I think it's Pink Fresh paper. And I decided to use that instead. And the chipboard, of course, the backing doesn't stay on the chipboard, so I'm having to use some actual glue to just adhere that down. And then I'm just popping that little gift on top to layer it up, and I really like how that looks. And I'm going to have to stick a little bit of foam underneath the side of it so that it has some support because it is hanging off of that big poinsettia chipboard piece. I am inking things up in black. I kind of forgot that my other pages had some black inking on them, and I am home now. Originally with the dark desk underneath, I was not at home working on it, but this is my home desk, and I kind of referenced my previous layouts for this album, and I remembered I had some black inking, so I just added that. And then I have this stamp set from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it is a Christmas set. It's got a whole bunch of Christmas words, and then it's got this label. I didn't buy it for the words. I bought it for the little label stamp because I really like that. It saves me having to buy labels. I can just stamp it in whatever color I want. But there is a bonus that it does come with all of those Christmas words. There are other words like traditions and memories, so that you could put those in there and they could apply to anything. But it does like have Merry Christmas, White Christmas, and that kind of stuff. And then I pulled out my old Stamp Market labels. These are called labeled. They, I believe, are discontinued as well. But any kind of label stamp would work, or lines, or square stamps. You could even just cut a square and ink the edges yourself. And so I pulled that out thinking I might use that for some journaling spot. But I didn't really like how it looked. It just kind of like detracted from the overall layout, so I didn't go with using it. I also tried a couple other sized labels, and I don't end up using those as well. And while I work on that, let me just tell you a little bit about the Christmas In series. It is a series we do every month on the 25th, and this month is April, so it's Christmas in April. And so you can check it out each month. There's a bunch of people that play along. Their links will be down in my description box below, so you can go and check out what everyone else is doing for this series. And it can be just about anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a scrapbook page. It could be a Christmas card, could be a Christmas gift. So I highly encourage you to check out what everyone else is doing, and give them a little bit of love as well. So, and remember, it's the 25th every month, so if you're really into Christmas, you can be inspired every single month. So I think I will probably just be working in this album in this size, or maybe in a pocket page that will make up something this size or smaller. I don't foresee myself working on a card or anything like that, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. so, so I am playing around with more labels there. You can see another stamp set on the bottom left-hand side. That is also from Elizabeth Craft Design, and it is very much like a label stamp set. It has different shapes there with circles, a little hexagon or octagon, octagon, I don't know. I think it's an octagon. Can't tell on the screen. And it works very well for these types of stamps as like labels as well, except for that it doesn't have lines, and that doesn't really bother me. So that is a current stamp set that you can find online. If you need the name of it, I can get that for you, but it is definitely Elizabeth Craft Designs, as well as the red label that I put on there with all of the words. So I am just kind of figuring out where I want things. The labels on the right hand side do not make the cut. I don't believe they make the cut. I'm pretty sure I pull those off. But the ones on the left hand side do stay, and or at least that red one does. And I really like how that looks. It lets me have a little spot to write in. Just that this ended up being his favorite toy from Christmas, and that you know, like all good intentions, we buy these great gifts, and they end up liking, you know, the cheap, the cheap or inexpensive little toy that you bought at Walmart as an afterthought. So anyway, I think if you have kids, you probably know how that is. So I'm just going to add some enamel dots. I do have enamel dots in a little zipper pouch container, and I'm trying to use those up. That's where these came from. That's why there's a whole bunch of them all over the desk. They are all backed with acrylic or acetate type of stuff, but you can't see that. They're not actually stuck to my desk. Normally I pull them from a ring of enamel dots, but I decided I need to use up these like little onesie twosie pieces that were in this zipper pouch before I keep using the ones from like the newer packages. So that's what's going on there. Anyway, just about done here. Stick around for the close-ups. They're coming up in just a few minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you spending time with me today. I will see you guys next time. Bye.